At least 304 people were killed in the 7.2 magnitude earthquake in southwestern Haiti. The Jerusalem sky is covered with orange smoke from fires in the mountains near the Holy City. An incredible dust storm in Albacete. Forest fires approach Canmore. Forest fires in Castellon. Forest fire in the Mordovian Nature Reserve. Flooding in cars. Heavy rains have caused flooding in several places in Japan. Damage after the storm in Zalaegerszeg. Destruction in Haiti after a powerful earthquake measuring 7.2 points. A mad storm hit Germany. Massive fires in the Jerusalem area. Two wildfires are raging in the Avila and Valencia regions. Fire in Taranto. Wildfires north of Britain Creek. The center of Kerch was flooded due to heavy rains. Fires in Morocco have already destroyed over 700 hectares of forest in 3 days. The cyclone that covered the territory of the Krasnodar region caused flooding. Flash floods flooded most of Novorossiysk. Heavy rain overnight led to flooding in Washington, D.C. A tornado on the beach in the Chelyabinsk region. Flooding on the island of Trinidad and Tobago. Hail in Gilhawk-sur-Ormes. Forest fires covered an area of 66,000 hectares. Heavy hail fell on Zell MC. A terrible storm hit Minsk. A devastating tornado in Grossheim, Lower Saxony. The fire in Israel is approaching residential buildings. Forest fires engulfed the Jerusalem mountains. A violent sandstorm hit Gandia and Albacete. A wildfire in the Algarve region threatens several villages, and dozens of people have already been evacuated from their homes. Tropical storm in Phoenix. The Dixie Fire in California has grown to over 578,000 acres. Heavy hailstorms flooded the streets of Erzurum. Due to the large amount of phosphates in the Dnieper, blue-green algae begin to bloom. Infections began to spread in the water and fish die. Forest fires reached France. The fire blazes in the south of the country, near the tourist town of Saint-Tropez. Spectacular underwater volcanic eruption on South Iwo Jima Island in the Pacific Ocean. The squally wind that hit the Vitebsk region damaged houses and cars, knocked down trees. Storm Grace in the Caymans. A dusty whirlwind formed on the territory of a concrete plant in the village of Kamenolomnya. Heavy rain in part of Kadak caused flash flooding. Severe flooding in Zacatecas. The desert in Oman was filled with rivers after heavy rainfall. Moscow was covered by a storm. Flash flood in Flagstaff. Fire in El Dorado County, California. The district is currently being evacuated. Khmelnytsky was hit by a heavy downpour, which in just a couple of minutes turned the city streets into rivers. Wildfire in Var, a department in the southeast of France. Flash floods hit Addis Ababa. Flash flooding and heavy rain spread westward across the region. Heavy rainfall in Simferopol, flooding several streets. Heavy rains caused severe and terrible flooding in Kadath. Hurricane Grace with strong winds and gusts of 130 km per hour on the Yucatan Peninsula. Flood waters hit the ground by Storm Fred. A tornado at a cemetery in the Vinnytsia region. In Northern California, the Caldor fire threatens more than 5,000 homes. Two people died in a forest fire near Saint-Tropez.
Là, c'est pas tous les jours qu'on fera ça.
Là, traverser comme ça et tout là.
Wildfires are spreading in Bolivia near the Amazon. Landslide in India. A tropical storm turned into a hurricane. In Simferopol, 57 millimeters of precipitation fell in 2 hours. It's 130% of the monthly norm. Strong storm in the evening in Chihuahua. Heavy storms, rain and torrential rain overwhelm the states of the Sultanate. Smoke whirlwind on a fire in the Kaibulinsky district of Bashkortostan. Flooding in Everett. Flood in the Khabarovsk territory. Flooding due to heavy rainfall in Sierra Leone. Hailstorm in Isidoro Noblia. In the southeast of France, a large wildfire breaks out uncontrollably. A sandstorm struck Ain el Hagel, Masilla. Thick smoke over Santa Cruz as fires devastate thousands of hectares of forests. Flooding in Bukavu. Flooding in New England, Massachusetts. Hurricane Grace in Tuxpan Municipality, Veracruz. Satellite image shows Tropical Storm Henri seething in the Atlantic. Fires in France. Wildfire in Kern County, California. Since Wednesday, the fire covered 41 kilometers.